My name is Leslie Stein, and I have a particular interest, a lifelong interest, in this question of the self, whether there is actually something within us which is responsible for all our actions. As Jung said about the self in relation to the ego, it's the mover to the moved. What fascinates me is that this idea of the self is not just a Jungian idea, but exists in all religions. It's the Atman in Hinduism. It's the Holy Spirit in Christianity. It's the Ruh in Islam. It's the Ruach HaKodesh in Judaism. It exists in all mystical traditions. And it's there so well explained and entrenched, but yet the Jungian self, for various reasons, is actually not capable of that same degree of integrity in order to be able to explain it and have it understood. So my paper really is concerned with if the self is so significant to the Jungian enterprise, which indeed it is. In fact, there'd be no Jungian theory without the self. To what extent does it get introduced, and how can it get introduced in an analytic session over the course of an analysis? Is it meant to be ignored on the basis that it'll just act behind the scenes as the mover to the moved and take us where we need to go? Or are we agents of that? That is, as analysts, do we actually try to bring it up and bring it in? Find some way by comparison to other religions or other instances where the self is actually explained. I think we need this, especially because according to modernity, the self is irrelevant. In fact, some scientists have called it an abomination, that it has no structure whatsoever. Yet there's only one neurobiological study which actually says that homeostasis or a balancing function exists within us. So if in fact the entire Jungian opus sits firmly on the basis that there is a self, based on Jung's dream in 1927, the so-called Liverpool dream, where does it sit? What do we do with it? Do we need to go across different faiths? Or is there some way that we can explain it to the satisfaction of our patients and to accord with our need to serve the self as Jungian psychoanalysts? So that'll be my presentation. And I feel it ties in very nicely with what Murray Stein has to say. And certainly look forward to seeing you all there and trying to deal with this complex issue of what it really is.